What's happening, guys? So you probably already saw my 500-pound squat attempt on Monday. Hit my first 500-pound squat, which was a lot of fun. And I wanted to say, first of all, huge thank you to Daniel and Alex for specifically coming out at a different time than normal just to watch me and support me. So I really do appreciate that. And I also appreciate everybody who joined in to watch the live Periscope. That was actually a lot of fun. So I may be doing more of those, Daniel. I may be doing more of those again in the future. But big shout out to you guys. Thank you very much. And that does help push me and make me want to do better. So I want to say about this attempt, the first time I actually saw it back and really looked at it closely, I wasn't so sure about depth. You know, I'd asked after I was done and everyone said, yeah, you hit it just fine. But obviously this isn't the best angle to tell depth, and I was like, man, I kind of cut it a little bit close. But when I went back and looked on the Periscope replay, it actually looks just fine. So, I mean, it's really crappy footage, but you can tell that I definitely hit depth, so that's good. I would like to get a little bit lower just because I know how picky USAPL can be, and I want to make sure I'm consistently hitting really good depth that won't potentially get red lighted. But not complaining about it, it was fine, it was there, and it was really easy, extremely easy, so I was very pleased with that. This is my first week of doing conservative maxes, so I didn't want to go too heavy on anything because I'm going to have to keep progressing forward anyway. So if I started out way too high, then I'd be kind of setting myself up for failure in the future. So that's why I didn't go too much heavier, even though I had plenty more, especially on the squat. But after that, I did 90% of whatever my conservative max was for the day for each lift. So for squats, that was 450 pounds, and then this week it's going up to 92.5% of whatever I do for my conservative max. So I'm enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. I haven't been able to actually push really heavy weights like this in a long time, so it was really fun to get out there and just really press it and do some big lifting. And when I got to bench, I wasn't really entirely sure what to expect. I thought it would probably be somewhere around 300 or so. This here is 305, which I did and went up fairly easily. I felt like my butt kind of came up a little bit. It doesn't look like it here, but it's hard to tell in shorts as well. I wanted to wear my singlet on this day, I just totally spaced it, so I'm going to probably start doing that on my conservative max days. But it went up fairly easy, but again, didn't want to press it too hard, so I dropped it back down to 275 after that, using that as my conservative max. But I gotta tell you guys, this was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a really good day at the gym, arguably the best day I've ever had. It felt so good to hit some big numbers again and just kind of see the progress of all the hard work that I've had. And I've had some tough times in the gym, which you guys have seen, but just when it kind of all comes together and you see the results from it, from all the hard times and pushing through, it really kind of helps make things feel a lot better. And even though I was only doing conservative maxes here, I still hit 2 PRs, and I hit a total that was about 6 pounds heavier than I totaled at my last meet, just doing conservative maxes. So obviously things are progressing well and I'm making some good improvements, and I'm doing so well in a deficit. I'm 10 pounds lighter than I was at my meet in July as well, so there's also that. I'm about 192 pounds, trying to get down to 183. And this, coming into deadlifts, this is something that I literally haven't PR'd in over a year. I've been stuck at 500 forever, and I've had to kind of redo things, and I've had some problems with it and some injuries and this and that. Insert all the excuses you could ever possibly have here. And it was really nice to hit a PR. Coming in, I didn't know what to expect. I had no clue because my deadlift is so all over the place. It could have been anywhere from like 465 to about 515. Literally, was what I was saying coming into it. So I started with 455, which went fine, went up to 485 and felt surprisingly really good. So I was thinking probably about 500, but I figured, you know what? I haven't PR'd in forever and it feels really good. So let's go ahead and hit 505. And even though I was about 99% sure I had it, you guys know my lockout issues, and I never know if I'm going to kind of pull and get out of position and not be able to lock it out. So when I finally went in there and I hit it and it was super easy, I was ecstatic. I was seriously happier about my 505-pound deadlift than I was my 500 squat for the first time, just because it's been so long since I've seen any progress on deadlifts. So I'm feeling really good right now. Things have been going well. Obviously, this is just the start of this block, so I'm pretty fresh and I'm feeling really good. And of course, as the block continues, I'm going to start to fatigue a little bit, and I won't feel so great all the time, but I'm going to take it while it's here, and I'm extremely happy, and we'll just see where it goes from here. But thank you guys so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. I'm actually going out of town Wednesday to Sunday here, but I'm going to try to get another Feels Friday video up for you Friday and schedule it, so you'll still have that video, and then hopefully I can come back and get my workout in on Sunday and have that for you on Monday and be able to keep my schedule. So that's all I got. Thank you guys as always, and I'll see you in the next video.